Today I got a package from LesDiy and it contains the Winter Village set, which is available on their website. All the links will be down below in the description if you're interested, but for now, let's get into the speed build. Alright guys, so I've just finished building and I've got a bunch of extra pieces here actually, some of which, like these frames, aren't even anywhere in the build, so I know I didn't miss these, but I guess they're just randomly here. Yeah, we also got a bunch of nougat 1x2s, which is going to be nice for some terrain builds. Now let's take a look at the build itself, and it is massive right there. You can see it almost comes up to the camera. So I'm going to take the camera off and show you guys the side view so you guys can get a better look. Alright guys, so this is the set right here. As you can see, it's sitting on 16x16 base plates, so we've got 3 along this side and 2 along that side. One thing I will mention is that the designer intended there to be stickers, as you can see right here. There are some stickers there at the front. There's this sign right here, which is supposed to be a sticker, and then a couple more over here. As you can see, this whole building is intended to be a Lego store, so that's pretty cool. It's also a little ironic considering it is built out of non-official pieces, so that's that. So starting from the outside, you can see that there's not too much going on in terms of terrain or texturing. It's they pretty much left the base plates flat, which is, I still appreciate it because you can pose a lot of minifigures around here and sort of have people going in and out. And honestly, it's just one of those things that it's just best to have the extra space to put minifigures around, so I'd rather have it in the build than not. So starting from the front side, you can see the building is pretty interesting. We've got sort of this section coming out right here, and then we have this section on the side, and then this right here on top, and you've got the flat roof here as well. And I'm assuming that these containers right here are just display pieces of Lego bricks, so we got some red bricks, some yellow bricks, and some blue bricks. We've also got some tubing going on here, and this right here is actually, let me give you a closer look right here. This here is actually a little factory sort of section, or a manufacturing little area, if you will. So you can see inside there's like a conveyor belt over there with some bricks going along, you know, consoles over there, some levers and whatnot. One thing I will say is that, as you can see, these top panels right here did come a little bit scratched. So you guys can see that there. I mean, not the biggest issue, but still worth noting. Yeah, here's a better look at those little containers and how they're built there. Very, very nice. And then in the back here, we have some exhaust pipes, which would be spouting out steam and such, which I think is a little bit of a missed opportunity. I feel like it would have been really cool if they would have had some brick-built white pieces representing steam coming out. I think that would have made the whole building come together a lot nicer. So yeah, I guess this is the front entrance right here. The door, I guess you can take that roof off. Door opens up like so, and the minifigure can get access to it. Right up above, we have what's supposed to be the Lego sign, with a couple of pretty nice looking lights over there, which are utilizing a paint roller piece, which is pretty cool. And then we've got some sort of a green wreath style design. Obviously the whole look of this is supposed to be very, very festive, very Christmassy. As you can probably tell, you know, we've got the red, yellow, and blues and greens. So very, very nice. So yeah, aside from the main entrance, we've got this side entrance here, which is actually a staircase, so it leads up to the second floor of the building. And it is unfortunate that the minifigure is, hold on, let me get this guy right here. He's out of the time period for this type of building, but if he tries to come up, you can see he's gonna bang his head on the sign right here. So yeah, he really is just gonna have to crawl in, and once he gets to this area right here, I mean, there's really not much space there to fit a minifigure. But once he does crawl up there, there is a door right here, and you can open that up to reveal the second floor. While we're here, you can see that how well the roof is made with these sort of attic windows peering out. It's a very interesting build technique. And also you can see that there is a circular window right here, which is pretty cool. And what I really like is that this stone wall actually has a lot of detailing going on towards it. I mean, it is pretty much entirely built out of thin 1x1, 1x2 plates, so that gives it a lot of texture and makes it interesting to look at. And then around the back, we've got a little stack of some firewood or whatnot. You see it's got some snow there as well, which sort of attaches onto there. It's all attached, you know, nothing is gonna come off or anything while you're moving the whole set, which is good. Then we have this, which is the chimney. Comes around very well. Goes all the way to the top. And there is a fireplace on the inside, which I will show you guys later. And there's a back door as well, which is orange, and you can see that it aligns pretty well with the front door over there. So that's that. And the back here, not much going on, but not much really expected to be going on. It's pretty good. You know, we've got the windows here, which actually use some snot techniques to put these sort of panels on their sides. We've got 3 windows here. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a gap back there, and this is because this entire wall can come off and reveal the interior, which I'll show you guys later. All right, coming around to the final side, which we haven't looked at yet, we've got double doors and a nice ladder going up to the top for people to do some maintenance or possibly grab some bricks from those display cases. We've got another lever here, button there, and yeah, so these doors are actually built very well. They can open up to reveal the sort of garage area or the, you know, transport area. They'd have trucks coming in here and load those bricks. I'll get into what's inside there later, but yeah, so you can load or unload bricks and transport them all around town. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, for the outside, I would say it's a solid 8 out of 10, really. I really like what's going on with the colors here, like the red, yellow, and blue, and this glass section right here looks really, really good. And I always like it when, you know, the buildings have sort of interesting sections going on, so I mean, it's built really well. And taking a look at the roof, we've got some 1x1 tiles, which are sort of placed at an angle to achieve that roof tiled look. It's pretty good. Although I would have wished for it to come all the way down, but I know they couldn't do that because of the snow here. So I guess they had to make a little sacrifice on that end. But I do like what's going on with all the snow on the roof and such. It does make it look a lot more complete. Alright, and so moving on to the interior, to access it, you just turn the building to the back. And right here, you can see there are going to be a couple of these tiles that you're going to have to remove to detach the wall. And that's going to be this one right here, and this one right here. And then you could simply push it back and it comes off just like that. So that's this part. And then there's also this section, which is covered by this little piece right here. And when you take that off, pull it out right there. You can see it's just held by that stud and goes into that hole. So that's that. And bam, you've got yourself a pretty nice spacious interior. You can pose a bunch of minifigs around. The ceilings are nice and tall, so you know, it's nice to play around with. And on top of that, you could also remove this roof. There we go. And you can see that you can pretty much get access to the entirety of the interior. And that's pretty much all the access you're gonna get. These 2 roofs aren't really meant to come off, but I will be taking those off just to let a little more light in so you guys can see what's inside. But starting from the garage here, you can see that the double doors are right here. You would be unloading stuff from here. We've got a bunch of boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, which are closed. There's really nothing inside them, nothing in there. These right here are filled with, again, that same color scheme of blue, yellow, and red. And then up above here, we've got a bunch of boxes with, again, the same color scheme. We've got a green box here, couple bottles and a little box with a teddy bear. So that's pretty neat. And below that, we've actually got some tools over there, along with some bottles, some drawers right there. Kind of get access to them like that. It's pretty cool. And that's actually the door to the front sort of glass section right here, if you remember. You could do that by just opening it outwards. It does get stuck on that box right there, but if you move it out of the way, you could open it fully and get access to the manufacturing area. And I guess the conveyor over there, if you guys remember, it's supposed to transport the bricks from that opening over there in the wall. You can see there's a little window frame there, so it's supposed to move the bricks along on this conveyor belt and go into this wall right here, which will bring it out to this window right here, which I guess makes it easier to just throw them in the box and have them loaded onto a truck or whatever. So that's pretty neat, pretty well thought out. Coming into this main area, which is actually where the main entrance is, and you can see the rooms are just directly connected there. There's really no door or anything, just connected to the warehouse. So this might be a little hard for you guys to see, but as you walk into the front entrance over there, there's this little water dispenser right here, which again has the blue and red tapes to represent hot and cold water. Got over here on the left side, we've got a little, I guess, kitchen area. We've got a couple mugs there hanging on the wall, and actually right here, which is where we took the wall off, is supposed to be a little fireplace. You can see it's just built into this wall section that we took off earlier, and it pretty much sits right there where you'd expect it to be. It really does look good on the inside. And I guess from this side of the interior, you can't really directly get access to the second floor, and for that you'd have to go back outside and crawl your way up the stairs and enter this door right here, which leads you to a little spiral staircase there, which you just saw the top off right there, the spiral staircase, which is actually a really good build technique. I was actually looking for a good spiral staircase design for my castle, and I think I'll be stealing that right there. Hold on, let me show you guys a better look at it. Alright, so I kind of ripped off all the roof sections of the second floor. Let's continue where we were. We go up the staircase, go into the door. So there's a little bit of a balcony here as well. Go into the door, and there is a very small little hallway which leads up the spiral staircase, and there it is right there. It's a pretty cool design. I'll cut back to where I built it so you guys can get a better look at how it actually is built and the actual build technique if you want to steal it for yourself. So yeah, you come up here, there's a couple nice railings there, and you go up to the second floor, which is, I guess, the instruction manufacturing area, and you can see it is a little primitive to what I expected. You know, they're using candles and using little ink sacs with feathers, doing it the medieval way, and making some instructions for what looks to be a set right there, and another candle over there. So it's pretty neat, you know. So you can have a couple of designers sitting there at the desk and working on some sets. So that's very, very cool. And there's also a couple of windows here so they can look outside. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the interior. For the interior, I would say this is a solid 8 out of 10. I really, really like the warehouse right here with all the boxes, and as well as the kitchen area there. I really don't know if there's anything I would have added, really. On the second floor, however, this right here is a little questionable to me. To be honest, if I was designing this, I think I would have just cut the wall right there and left this section open. I think it would have been, first of all, a lot more easier to get up the stairs, and second of all, it would have, I guess, made this little balcony area a lot more accessible and functionable too. Would have been a 10 if this would have been figured out and actually accessible to minifigures. So also, I forgot to mention that there are some railings there which act as a little window so you can see what's going on at the bottom there and all the work being done. on the Lego sets. Alright, so now I wanted to talk about the build experience of this set, and first things first, I think I'd give it a 6 out of 10, and that is just because it was just a box and a bunch of pieces which were sorted in a pretty random order. Like, there wasn't really any numbered bags or anything, so I kind of literally just spilled all the pieces on the table and just searched my way through and built the set. Another issue that I want to talk about is that this section right here, where you see the medium nougat and the nougat, there's actually supposed to be a whole nother color mixed into there, but instead they just give you more of the nougat color to just as a replacement for the color that is actually not available. So I guess that explains why they included a bunch more of these extra nougat 1x2s. Not the biggest deal breaker for me, but regardless, I thought you guys should know that. But to me, the build experience should not really define the worth of the set. I think it really shines here as a good display piece, looks good all the way around, and does have some playability with the interior every now and then. So yeah, pretty good set overall. Would I recommend it? Sure, yeah. I know the holiday season is over by now, but if you guys are interested, the links will be down below to LesDiy. So yeah, you guys can go check that out. They also sell a bunch of other products, and you guys can use HBS20 to get 20% off any order on LesDiy. And on top of that, any order you do make earns me a small commission at no extra cost to you guys, so I would be very happy if you guys use my links. So yeah, with that, thanks for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.